Hello, everyone. I'm on to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Scott, filling in for Joe for a little while, so don't get used to this face. Joe will be back.
Yeah, Joe is currently doing, he has some medical reasons, personal reasons. He needs to take time to himself. So you have this guy, this lug here for a couple weeks. And we are doing a movie we're supposed to do a couple weeks ago, but we're doing it now. It's a not a recent release. It came out a few weeks ago on Criterion Collection. It is the Safdie brothers. I think it's their second feature film from 2009. Daddy Longlegs.
Hey, real quick, before we go any further, you say this is their second one. What was their first one?
I actually thought it was their first one. I looked it up. I have my notes here as in my phone. Their first one was called The Pleasure of Being Robbed.
Okay, and did that movie look more professional than this one?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this one. I'm sure I know it's an independent movie, and I've seen a lot of independent movies in my time. I've seen the good, the bad. I've seen people
ugly
and the ugly. I wouldn't call this ugly, but I wouldn't call it good or bad, or I wouldn't call it good either. But I'm saying I've seen people make as good as they possibly can out of like the absolute worst, and I've seen people who have all the tools and just crap the bed. And I feel like production wise, this movie is terrible. The camera, I appreciate. I think they used actual film. If they did, I appreciate that. I get it. But like, dude, get a tripod. The audio is terrible, dude. Get a boom mic.
By the way, we watched this on Amazon Video. Amazon Video. We don't know what the Criterion version is. We don't know if there was a restoration, stuff like that.
Here's another idea. Get actors. Get people who don't mumble all their lines. Get people who project. Here's another idea. Give your two of your main characters different names. There's an idea. Also, to quote the great Steve Martin, have a point. It makes it so much more enjoyable for the viewer in this case. Like, oh my god, like that movie was just it just felt like stuff happening. Like they just had an idea, like, we gotta shoot that. Hey, I got an idea. Let's shoot that. Hey, I got this great idea. Let's have this guy cheat on his girlfriend at a bar. He has sex with this woman, and one of her pubic hairs is like in the foreground for some reason. And then it goes away in the next shot. And then all of a sudden, him and the kids are going to tag along with her and her boyfriend that she cheated on with, and they're going to go upstate. And this guy is just going to be totally cool with it. And,
no, he wasn't cool with it, though.
He wasn't cool with it, but he still did it. It was just like, and just, there was, and I'm sure someone will tell me it's the point. Just so many, just, everyone ranged from don't care to unlikable. There was no reason for me to care. It was like watching the home movies of someone you do not give a rat's ass about. Like the lead is like he's like if Paul Rudd had no charisma at all. Like, and the kids were terrible. Like, I know kid actors are hit and miss, but my god. Like, I really did not like any of this movie. The fact that this is on Criterion Collection surprises me, because like this just says to me, like, if your movie appeals to the right people or comes off like avant-garde when it's clearly just not very good, as long as people think it's avant-garde, Criterion will take it. That's all I got to say. I don't want to go no deeper because I don't want to. I really wish I could get that 90-some minutes back.
I thought it was fine.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
I thought it was fine.
That's fine.
I think
it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
It's part of that genre of kind of like that independent New York streets kind of movie. Like Cassavetes popularized it, I think. We saw it last episode was Frownland, which this was better than Frownland.
Yeah, according to Wade, I dodged a bullet not doing Frownland.
Yeah, that was a rough one. But it's like
Did Frownland have a tripod?
No, it was worse.
Oh,
I think there was no tripod because they want that homemade, intimate feel. Because it's about this. The story is basically it's about this divorced dad who has custody of his two kids, his two sons, for 2 weeks of the year. So this was his 2 weeks of the year, and you realize why he only has 2 weeks of custody because he is not really the greatest father.
Honestly, nobody's any good in this movie. Everybody is like just not. They're just not good people. And again, I get it, but like, give me somebody to be like, they're okay.
I understand. I understand. I could see where people like it. I can see where it like it. I'm personally just not into this genre. I don't really like Cassavetes movies, as we saw on this show previously. I don't think it's the worst movie. I think I enjoyed it a little more than you did. I do think you went hardcore on it.
Well, as I told you off camera, it's one of those things where you asked me. You asked me which do I think is worse, Troma's Bigfoot, which is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and this. And I said, while I do think Troma's Bigfoot is clearly the worst of the two, it's a different kind of worse to me because these are people who should know better.
Well, hold on. These people, the Safdie brothers, which is funny because in the one of the supplements of Frownland is the one of the Safdie brothers interviews the director of Frownland. Which I think it's funny because both these movies came out the same month on Criterion, and we're doing them back to back. And I did not know this correlation, but I can see it.
Dude, get advice from better people.
But I'll say I think they do get better. You had not seen other Safdie brothers movies.
If it's anything like this, I don't think I will.
It's not. I'll say I've seen only Good Time and I've seen Uncut Gems, better filmed movies. They learned from it. I feel like this is like just kind of like they made it. It's like a student film,
and I hope they did. Like, I don't want somebody to fail. Like, just because I absolutely hated this movie, that has nothing to do with my. It has nothing. It doesn't make me want them to fail or anything. I don't want anyone to get that idea.
I think my problem is I walked into the movie thinking it's going to be of the caliber of Good Time and Uncut Gems. And if you've seen those movies, just know if you do walk into this movie, you want to be a completionist with the Safdie brothers. You prepare yourself. This is very slow. There's a lot of. You pointed out, and I do agree that they kind of drag scenes out. I feel like they did on purpose for padding.
Yeah.
Which, we're sort of amateur filmmakers ourselves,
and we're guilty of it too. Make no mistake.
We understand that. But I think, like I said, we watched it on Amazon Video. They might have made it better on that restoration. I am not sure. But yeah, I thought it was fine. I wouldn't say it was awful, in my opinion. I'm not going to jump and say it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. That's, I just don't think this is my genre. I think I mentioned it to Joe when we did, I think it was Faces. I think we did Faces. I think that's what it was with Cassavetes. And I think it's just not a genre I'm for.
Yeah, this is...
Well, unless it's like Helen Lauder, New York stuff, like the New York griminess of like Basket Case or Frankenhooker. I'm down for that.
I've got nothing against New York movies. It's just I've seen New York movies that were done better.
Yeah.
And again, by people who probably should know better. But by that same token, to know that they do better down the road makes me happy. Because again, I want people to succeed. Just because I don't like your movie, even though it felt like a big waste of time, I still don't want you to do bad. I want them to get better, and I want people to get better.
And they do get better.
And that's good. Hey, they pulled a really good performance out of Adam Sandler. I can't knock that.
All right, Scott. I guess the main question. Now, I don't know how you feel about the movie, so I'm curious on what you're gonna say. Would you recommend the movie to the general audience?
This is a legitimately tough question. I'm not doing a bit right now. On the one hand, do I think the general audience? No. Because I think they're going to be like me and like, can something please happen? However, as a curiosity, I think I hate to say this, I think it's worth checking out if you're curious. This isn't one of those things where it's like, I think it's so bad that even if you're curious, stay away. This is one of those things where if you're curious, whether you're a fan of the directors, you're a fan of the style, you know, or you know, you're just like, I gotta watch all the Criterion movies. It's worth checking out if this is something you're curious about. But if you have no interest at all, I urge you, don't watch it. Whatever your feelings are going in, they're not going to be any better coming out.
I think I'm in the same boat. I don't know if I would recommend it to the general audience, but for like if you're into like that kind of New York art house style, or those kind of slice of life in New York kind of movies, I feel like check it out. If you're a Safdie brother completionist, check it out. You know, if you like that stuff, definitely check it out on like Blu-ray, DVD for Criterion Collection. Personally, I would not own it. It's not really. I don't think it's for me.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's for you. I think there is an audience. I think, unlike Frownland, where Frownland, Joe raised the question of, who is this for? This one, I feel like there is an audience for it.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're part of the audience, check it out.
Like, yeah, like, it's just one of those movies where I feel like even if I like it, I think one time would have been enough.
Yeah. So that's our thoughts on Daddy Longlegs. Let us know in the comments section below what you think about this film. What's your favorite spider? Put that in the comment section below. You just got it, didn't you?
I did. Also, support Meteor King.
Yeah. So, like, subscribe, share this video, share the channel, make the channel grow. Follow us on Instagram, Condish Productions. So, yeah. That's about it. So until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm Scott.
And we will see you later.